Hey there! It is time for Morning Coffee with Karen. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. I hope you guys are doing something really fun or having a relaxing day or whatever that looks like for you. I want to acknowledge the fact that while a lot of us are enjoying Mother's Day can be a bit of a stressful time for some of us, a bit of a bittersweet, heartbreaking time. I know there's a lot of people out there that have maybe lost children or lost their mother, and so this day can be a bit bittersweet, so I want to acknowledge all of you too and let you know that I understand your pain. My stepmother, who was my bonus mom, has passed away, and so I really miss her and think of her a lot on Mother's Day every year. And then I've referred to this a little bit in some of the live chats and stuff. Maybe at some point I will do a get to know me kind of video, because the story of how I ended up here living and working in a transitional transitional family homeless shelter. That was a mouthful for me this morning. Not enough coffee, I guess. Is pretty miraculous in some ways. It's a good story, so I want to share that with you guys. But a part of that story is the fact that 5 years ago, I lost my 27-year-old daughter to a drug overdose. So this day, although I'm very grateful and very lucky to have my other 3 children to help me celebrate Mother's Day, my 7 grandchildren that keep this grandma going, it is kind of a bittersweet day for me, and it's something that, every year I think about and I remember. So for those of you that may be struggling around this time of year, I'm sending out big hugs, lots of love, lots of support, and just know that you're not alone. So that's that. So I do have a super fun story from yesterday of what transpired. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to put the photo of the coffee cup I'm using for this Morning Coffee with Karen onto the beginning of this video as the thumbnail, but I wanted to tell you how I ended up acquiring that gorgeous coffee cup. Yesterday, well, on Saturdays here at the shelter, I work from 9 to 1. The residents do our deep clean. They have chores and they do chores 7 nights a week, but on Saturdays they really pull out all the stops and we scrub this place to within an inch of its life. And yesterday I was working and I got a text from my daughter and she said, "I really need your help today. Can you be at my house at 4? And I didn't think too much about it. I go over and help her from time to time. I babysit or help her with projects she's got going on. And she knows she can call me for anything. So I just shot a text back real quick and I said sure. And a little while later, she sent me a text. She said, "What time are you going to be leaving and coming over here?" And I said, "Well, I'm working until 1. I said, and then as soon as I've got some errands, and then as soon as I get that done, I'll head over." So she said, "Okay, that'd be great." And so I'm, doing my work day, doing what I need to be doing, and we had some restaurant here in the area bring some hot food donations in, and I was helping the resident whose chore was to clean the kitchen to bring those in and get those put away, and then we were giving all the residents here in the house, the moms, we were giving them those, really soft, really beautiful, fleecy type blankets. Not the fleecy ones, the even softer ones. I don't know what they're made out of, but anyway, they're gorgeous. So I was making sure that all of them got to choose one for Mother's Day. So I had her follow me, and I'm walking down the hallway, and I look into our office, and the front door is open, and there's two people standing there, and they have things in their arms. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, we got more donations. So I walking down the hallway, and I look at the woman, and then I look at the young man standing behind her, and I do a double take, and I look at the young man standing there again, and that's my grandson. And then I look back at the woman standing there, and that's my daughter. So it was not, in fact, people coming to do donations. It was, in fact, my daughter and grandson coming to bring me some gifts and spend the day with me. So we finished up my work day. My daughter worked on one of those blankets that still needed to be tied. It was one of those blanket kits. So she worked on that. My grandson helped me bring in some supplies and take out some trash, and we straightened up and finished up the work day. And then we went to lunch and shopping. And I've been here in California for 2 years now. In fact, 2 years this week. And working at the shelter for 2 years. And I've not done a whole lot of exploring. I'm not really the adventurous type. I'm a homebody. I like to stay home and diamond paint. So we went to a city that I've never been to. It's called Old Town Orange. And it's a really fun little shopping area with a lot of cute little boutiques, a lot of antique shops, which my daughter and I really love. The clothing boutiques are awesome. They had really good prices and some phenomenal clearance. So we did some shopping and had some lunch. And in the gifts that they brought me some beautiful and really nice big purple orchid plant, which orchids are my favorite, and a little gift bag that had chocolate and a candle and the coffee cup. So that's what we're using this morning for morning coffee with Karen. And so I just wanted to share that with you. That was super fun. Then my grandson spent the night with me last night, so that was really fun too. He's sitting over there on the bed, but he's being shy. He doesn't want to say hello. Do you want to say hello, Wyatt?
Hello.
Oh, there he is. Hope you heard that. He's a good kid. He's 13. Likes to hang out with Grandma. So he helped me a lot here at the shelter last night. So he loves to be helpful, and he gets pretty excited about what I do here. So it's really nice to see a young man who has compassion and understands about the benefits and the importance of helping others. So let me tell you about this diamond painting I'm working on. So this is my Huacan. It is 30 by 40. It's the pink flamingo piece that I unboxed that I was a bit disappointed with. And the reason I was disappointed is I thought that this background color here, if you can see that, was going to be green. And it actually is gray. And my lighting's, I don't know how good my lighting is, but hopefully you can see that. I mean, that's really pretty gray. So I still don't know how I feel about that. But, I mean, these flowers, the other colors are absolutely gorgeous. So how's this Huacan treating me? That's the question. So I've talked about this before, but I have a very light touch when I put my drills down. And I have a tendency, I don't think you can really see it, but I miss a lot of symbols. My ADHD struggle is real, and that's part of what causes that, but I miss a lot of symbols. I skip things. I kind of skip around a little bit. And so I create my own confetti. And because I have these little holes that I need to go back and fill in, and because my touch is so light, any painting I'm doing, I have a little bit of trouble with my drills not being down completely. So usually going through with a roller helps solve that problem. These drills do have a few knobbly bits. What's really interesting about this, though, is even though there are a few knobbly bits, it does not seem to be causing me much of a problem, because the bigger problem is the sizes on the drills are not the same. There are some that are much smaller, but not small enough that you can even tell until you put them on the canvas. So I'm picking and choosing the best. So I've got some gapping. So I think that's keeping everything from popping. I don't know. Once I get everything all filled in, we'll see. Hit it with a roller. I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think it's going to work out okay. So we'll see. I'm having fun doing it, so I don't know. Maybe at the end of the day, that's the important part. So we'll see how this turns out. Let's see. I think I need to grab a different color. What should I grab? Right now, this flower area, these is kind of, I don't know if I would call it confetti, but there's just like a few of each of the really vibrant colors, so it causes quite a few changes. I'm using my multi-placer as well as one of my favorite pens, which, let's see if I can get it into frame. How well can I show you? Let's see, I'll bring it up this way. Ooh, can you see that? Look at that pen. Ooh, it's so pretty. It's so blingy. This is one of the ones that I got from Donnie, from Diamond Painting by Donnie. I love this pen. It is metal. It's a little bit heavier, and with my tendency to have such a light touch with my drills, that really kind of helps. Let me find a different symbol here. Hang on. What can I work on? I think I'll work on, I don't know what that symbol is. It's like a filled in Y. Kind of reminds me of like a cyclone. I don't know if that's what it is. So it's DMC 211. And it's number 8. So let me grab that real quick. Pour a few in that tray there. And I can put a few of those down. So, I joke about this all the time, about how I'm getting ready to drop some drills, and hopefully I'll be dropping them onto my canvas and not on the floor. I don't know. Again, you guys, my struggle is real. I don't know if it's because I have some ADHD going on, or if it's because I'm just a klutz, or kind of all of the above, but I drop things from time to time. So I wanted to tell you a couple of stories of what I've dropped this week. So the first major drop I had was on Monday. I was getting ready to leave work, was kind of rushing. My coworker and I were locking up. I had a bunch of stuff in my hands, and was rushing to get out of there because I was going to go to my grandson's band concert. Wow, there weren't very many of those cyclone symbols. I don't know why. I thought there were more. I'm going to have to change colors again already. Huh. Okay. So anyway, we're rushing to get out of there. I had a bunch of stuff in my hands, and she bumped into me. I dropped my phone, and unfortunately, it's hard to explain, but I sort of dropped it to the side and behind us, and she pivoted and turned around and stepped back onto my phone. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was just one of those moments. It felt like everything kind of slowed down, And I'm sure the look on her face was just absolute horror. And I'm sure that the look on my face was probably something very similar. And the noise that that phone made, it was just like this crunching noise. I don't even know how to describe it. And I picked up, she felt so bad. She still feels bad. I picked up the phone and it was completely mangled. Not only was the screen completely shattered, but the phone was like, it almost looked like it had water or something in it. And before our eyes, it was just kind of like, the screen was turning black. So I had no phone. I didn't, like I have said before, I don't know the area too well. So I had no phone, didn't know how to get to my grandson's school from where I was at. Couldn't call my daughter. So instead of doing that, I went to Verizon. So that was drop number 1. Okay. Drop number 2. So I was watching Gone Off My Meds, either this week or I think it was the week before. I don't really remember. I was watching her video about the wireless earphones, headphones, whatever you call them, that she got. And before her video was even finished, I paused it, went over to Amazon and bought them immediately because I like to listen to the lives, especially on Friday nights while I'm working on the path. And I like to, listen to that, but because I'm out in the main part of the house, I don't want to disturb everybody else with that. And, some of the stuff that we talk about sometimes, it just might not be good for the kids to overhear. You know how it goes. So I usually use my headphones, and with the cords getting tangled up and trying to keep the phone in my pocket, and yeah, it's just a mess. So I wanted to get those, and I gotta say, I just absolutely love them. They work awesome. So, but there's a story. So yesterday, I'm working on my diamond painting, and I was gonna wrap up and go do something else, and I picked up my coffee cup, and I had my coffee cup in my left hand. With my right hand, I reached up and took my left earpiece out of my hand, or out of my ear. And I proceeded to drop that earpiece into my cup of coffee. Yes, I did that. And I'm here to tell you that indeed those earpieces they're waterproof, because I pulled it out of that cup of coffee as quick as I could, went into my bathroom, used a Clorox cleanup wipe, wiped it all down, put it back in my ear, and it was absolutely fine. Didn't harm it at all. So that was drop number 2. So drop number 3, of course, was some drills, and I ain't talking about on this canvas. Actually, right before I started this video, I decided to move my camera angle just a little bit, and I knocked the color that is the most prominent in this painting. Well, it's second most prominent. I think the most prominent is this gray color right there. But the second most prominent one, which I had poured all of them into a tray, yeah, I knocked it off my diamond painting table and onto the floor. So I had to clean those up. So that was drop number 3. So hopefully that's the end of the drops for the week. What am I going to do? It's me, you guys. It just happens. It's just what I do. And it's got to be all right. So I want to give you guys a little update on what went on with the path. I'll be doing a video with the update progress, just kind of like I normally do. I'm going to switch symbols again. I'm going to do number 4, which is DMC 159. Which is that right? Oh no, it's not right. I almost put the wrong color on. Good thing I stopped myself. I don't need number 4, I need number 25 to do the 4s. That's the one problem with using numbering rather than symbols on my containers. Because see, I just number my container like that. See, it's got the number 25. But I do have to be careful because if my key uses numbers, and this one has, I think 4 might be the only number it has, but if it has numbers on it, sometimes I can get a little confused. So I have to be real careful about that. Anyway, what was I talking about? Squirrel. Oh yeah. This week on Friday, I worked on the path for a little while. The residents were busy doing chores, and I think they've had a busy week, stuff going on, Mother's Day coming up and all of that. Had some kids in the house who were sick, so I didn't get any help from the residents this week. I did get a fairly good chunk done Friday night. Usually on Saturdays I'll work on it some more, but my grandson spent the night last night, as I said, so I wanted to spend some time with him. Family first. So we spent some time together. I did diamond paint, but we just hung out here in my room. He played his game. Grandma diamond painted. He helped me with work last night. Yeah, it was a good night. So didn't work on it at all last night. So I did make a good bit of progress. I use my multi-placers on that a whole lot. That makes it go faster, as well as kind of the way I've got everything organized and set up helps me go a little bit quicker, and so I made some progress. So that's a good thing. Next week on Friday, the famous Shanda Panda from Creatively Shanda will be here to hang out and help us work on it. I think we're going to work on another project that her and I got going together. So we'll, make some progress on that next week. I'm super excited to have her come out. I'm very lucky to have a local diamond painting friend. So that'll be super fun. And then on the week of the 22nd, or on the 22nd actually, I leave for my son's wedding, and I'll be gone for a week. So I don't know if that's coming up in 1 week or 2 weeks. I don't know. But I'll be taking a little break from the path during that week to go see family and enjoy my son's wedding. So, I joke that hopefully I will get this piece done before I retire. But who knows when that will even be. I mean, I just love to work. I'd get bored if I wasn't busy, wasn't doing something. And as I've said, I'm super, super lucky to be able to kind of work here and get to do what I do. So, yeah, that's really awesome. So I think I'm going to wrap this one up here. I got to go film the weekly update for the path, so that I got to get that done this morning. So I'm going to wrap up this morning coffee with Karen. Hit that like button if you're so inclined. Feel free to come join us on our Facebook page, Diamond Painting Path Project, to see some updates on the path, what our residents have diamond painted. Be sure to share your progress as well. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you do so. And thanks for hanging out with me this morning and listening to my crazy. I really appreciate you. So have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Mother's Day, your diamond painting, whatever it is that you're doing. And I will see you all really soon. Bye.